The News Movement is a really exciting challenger news brand that's focused on unbiased, unfiltered reporting for Generation Z. Everything about this brand challenges the traditional news media landscape. For the New York launch, it was really important to build a really strong buzz around TNM and to establish this USP for doing things completely differently.
To highlight what makes TNM so different, we needed to find the antithesis for their brand, so we landed on a 1950s New York newsroom.
This is the biggest thing to happen to New York since King Kong!
Guests were launched into this immersive theatrical experience.
Hey Chief, this is Watkins.
And they needed to kind of find their way through that hustle and bustle in order to get to the launch party.
Run all over the front page, okay? And don't get squeamish on me now!
Actors were given guest names before arrival, which meant they could address them personally and get them involved as employees for the Manhattan Monitor, which was our newspaper. We made sure that the attention to detail was there throughout the space, whether it was props that were realistic of the era, or costumes, which I got absolutely obsessed with. Once our audience were dismissed by our editor, Gus Gilman,
What is that in your hand?
they were launched into a completely contrasting environment, which was this neon green wonderland and a kind of representation for a whole new world of news.
It was really important to identify who was coming to the event and what they needed to do at the event and after the event as well. First of which was media planners and buyers. That means people who are going to spend their clients' money with TNM. The second was creators and influencers. That's people who are going to share the event on social media and really build up that buzz around the brand. And the third audience segment was partners. So that could be anyone who's going to partner with TNM along the journey in a variety of ways. So we had to create lots of touch points and lots of places to engage for each key audience segment and their actions afterwards as well.
We had staff name badges, we had a scribe on site who illustrated the entire event, and we also had my personal favourite, which was the News Teeny and the Scoop, which were personalised cocktails for TNM.
To anchor TNM as a really credible news source, we created this news briefing where we worked with the client to have the founder on stage with two of his young journalists. We built in AV as well in the background so you could see how a story was generated from the beginning to it being reported, and this really placed them as a powerful partner to work with in the future.
I felt surrounded by people who are trusted, were going to do the best by me. I looked at the scamps and the illustrations that were done in the early days, and they were exactly loyal to what I expected, if not more.
It was fantastic to see the room so full of media movers and shakers, Gen Z creators and influencers, and they were all there to learn more about TNM's really exciting journey.